Mahama aden Honorable Okudgeto Ablakwa akwese na se wo pere aden mudi manu ko to America fo nse musa aden sa America akwa chief Venezuelan president Maduro muko condemn o man aden o man wi hu President Mahama say one hwe fans na ye ma and the spirit of Kwame Nkrumah is back. President Nkrumah spirit is back. Ye ma fans no hwe ma you America for nem for wuni agro.
Yes, Ghana calls for the what? Immediate de-escalation and the release of President Maduro and his wife. Once again, Ghana calls for the immediate de-escalation and the release of the President Maduro and his wife. It be like this be the part where Ghanaians read and go like, hey, else what? What exactly is Ghana going to do?
Pat Ghana the Okudgeto Ablakwa. Yenune Foreign Affairs Minister. Se Venezuela President akoye na adie na Trump abe partner. Ghana udo ho kwa jim. Other countries kra omoye very powerful. Iran, Iraq, and China, Crown can say ye release no. Now who Okudgeto Ablakwa Ghana, ye military strength na ye hefa.
Out of Ghana for ja, Miche TikTokers, Omweja, na sent Omweja ni na ye, and your man, in fact, Foreign Affairs Minister, Okudgeto Ablakwa. Ghana yeti baby G Okudgeto Ablakwa se okopento kwa magana. Donald Trump. Akwa Venezuela president or in the name of say BB Koso Venezuela ompe Ghana nka Venezuela ntoka fa ye Donald Trump ye na de anka fa ye ho nso Okudgeto Ablakwa kwakotro say omunja Venezuela president na Donald Trump kra na ebufuo kakra last time odi ba ye so she the way aye breye to the extent say enkrofo kro mo yen citizens ye deport omo ba Ghana ha or in the name of say yen passport no na wa restricting inti yen omo ko eye terms bi se na be as enkrofo no be ba Ghana ha no mo releasing ya kakra Okudgeto Ablakwa person che se sa no ma na ekozu ni na no ehu ana adenti na Ghana eti ebe ji yen ho na Okudgeto Ablakwa o person fa enkoto asemu in fact ukọ social media no so a TikTokers aba abonti di nkomo na ekọ mafa so aba abontin aba betire o madwen no omo se Ghana ye adwen hu Okudgeto Ablakwa woni o mampani Mahama be ma mo mfa nkonkoto asem na de entie nkomo no bi wo the side na mami hu so adwen che o comment ni mu
Pat Ghana de enwene ye hu Okudgeto Ablakwa ye enwene ye hu kra Foreign Affairs Minister se Venezuela President akoye na adie na Trump abe partner Ghana udo ho kwa jim. Other countries kra omoye very powerful. Iran, Iraq, and China, Crown can say ye release no. Now who Okudgeto Ablakwa Ghana, ye military strength na ye hefa, ye security service ya who de wa hefa. Who kwa toilet akoma Trump. Who kra omranti ebo bragis omukonyo mu ye die free America ni UK ne onkodoba. O da omu you rely on them. Who do who kwa for say Trump and release you omu. Na uka sa asem no kra no fellows ofosuko ache o jire ho when the government your friend say the minister in charge of government communications only jire ho and sample na ko release this letter no it's the president of the republic no aware of o release now ye no yes rawo Okudgeto Ablakwa yes rawo ye de epo ache Ghana Yeni awon DBC yeni kwa US ano. United States of America betimi the bomb baako pe. Ana ni kroni nyina. Obetimi the just a single bomb. Ana ni Ghana ye kroni nyina. Nti ye de e pa achew. Me yenwene ye ho. Ye so so ye ho.
Ghana for asemaba. Hwemesoro ase. Government of Ghana condemned the unauthorized invention of Venezuela by US. Okudgeto one won NDC no mona mkotu Donald Trump wo mona mkotu Donald Trump meti ye na say that Venezuela president no wakofa China for any omo obofa so mon guide no China for nansie no omo expose omo machines ni omo keka ho machines ni ade a omo de bo omo ba am do ko mutim de kokko omo atomic bomb ni bibia omo current me protect mine na mo Ghana for atomic bomb kwa mu bi da machine wo onko ye de konto kwa mu bi da Mona mko condemn Donald Trump wrong. Mona Donald Trump kwa chemans wrong. Momo sumo wrong. Tia penisa why? Yeah, mo dia na ye penisa. Mo ma yen na asum bi me wa asum bi a eye. Sene say ye ba kwa kontokwa. Ye kontokwa mo hwe bla ye bre wo manwe. Na mo kwa kontokwa dia ban. When my Donald Trump on Pessia back or on deep. More sounds so called Cantokwa, and my ever kunkum ye on. Missy Andy for the Omukaso Mufia Bermudia, no more kunkum Ghana for you now.
Who are advocating for us to mind our business. Of course, the Atamelsis international relations strategy. Yendi Efiasem, and there are some people saying that we have become the giant of Africa because Nigerians are not doing the job. And as for Nigerians, I'll get to them because what their president is doing to them, I do understand why some of them come to this country or some of them are on Twitter singing the praises of President John Dramani Mahama. I do understand because really, the government of the Republic of Ghana is alarmed at the unilateral and unauthorized invasion of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. I never knew they had the Bolivarian thing attached to their name. Hey, Okudgeto easy, bro. Forget, bro. This diplomacy thing, forget. Okudgeto the whole world, bro. Kwame Nkrumah is giving him fans in his grave, bro. Boom, the government of the Republic of Ghana is alarmed at the unilateral and unauthorized invasion of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela by the United States of America and the subsequent abduction of President Nicolas Maduro and his wife Celia Flores in the early hours of Saturday, 3rd January 2026. Now, Ghana expresses strong reservations against unilateral use of force and strongly deplores such acts that violate the Charter of the United Nations and international law, as well as sovereignty, territorial integrity, and political independence of state. That the U.S. will run Venezuela until such time, and they are quoting what the President of the United States of America said, until such time as we can do safe, proper, and judicious transitions. And the U.S. large oil companies will be asked to go in. The wife. Yes, Ghana calls for the immediate de-escalation and the release of President Maduro and his wife. Once again, Ghana calls for the immediate de-escalation and the release of President Maduro and his wife. It be like this be the part where Ghanaians read and go like, hey, and also what? What exactly is Ghana going to do? Yeah, it's about you on but I feel like more Ghanaians know they understand what international relations and diplomacy is about because this statement, Ghana is a sovereign country. So of course, they see what is happening to another sovereign country and they be like, because if they have done it to Venezuela, Ghana, they go press me like this. So statement like this is part of the international diplomacy conversation, international relations, like, global conversations, right? So I do understand where Minister Okudgeto is coming from. And this is the position of the Ghanaian government. This is not the position of Minister Okudgeto Ablakwa. It means the president has endorsed this particular statement or this press release. So Ghana calls for the immediate de-escalation and the release of President Maduro and his wife. The government of Ghana shall maintain and defend the long-held principled position against invasion, occupation, colonialism, apartheid, disregard for sovereignty, and all forms of violation of international law. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the statement that was put out by Minister Samuel Okudgeto Ablakwa. Yes, it be some hard thing. Like Ghana is basically saying what the US did to Venezuela, they understand because it goes against everything like territorial integrity, sovereignty, and all those things. It goes against it. So, no, they are calling for de-escalation of the situation, and they are calling for what? The release of the president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro. But that part where I get issue, so if they know de-escalate and release the president and his wife, what is Ghana going to do? And that is like the position of a lot of Ghanaians. That is the question a lot of Ghanaians or many Ghanaians are asking. What exactly are we going to do? Are we going to reject the aids or the grants that they give to us? What exactly are we going to do? It's like Obinsa Shewanum now bona pom. We cannot do anything. We were here when they threatened us with visa, issues and things, and we went. Well, I don't know what we did, but we had to go and do lala sulala for them to see inside for us. What exactly can we do? If we are really not about the imperialism and the colonialism and all those things, maybe we should be truly independent by depending on our resources, by rejecting aids from them, by rejecting grants from them. When our hands are not in their mouth, we go fit hit them ahead. But if your hand is in their mouth and you go fit hit them ahead, it will end shame, bro. This statement probably no go cross Togo border. That is the position of like many Ghanaians. And that is why they are calling for. Okay, so this one said, what is Ghana going to do? Impose sanctions? That is my question. What exactly are we going to do? Impose sanctions on the US? Oh, please. So this one is making a mockery of the situation. So let me read it to you. So the US of Africa has spoken. We are giving the US 3 days to leave Venezuela. If the US doesn't leave, we will give another 3 days to leave. We are giving the US 3 days to leave Venezuela. If they don't leave, we'll give them another 3 days. If they don't leave, we'll give them another 4 days. Bro, we can't do anything in this situation. And you know it, bro. Forget about the imperialism and neo-colonialism arguments, bro. What exactly is Ghana going to do? Oh, please. And then I say, hey, Ghana, it is not everything you enter, I beg. Then I say, we beg you, pa. We beg. Ghana is an incredibly valuable African country, of course. So this one is from David Hundein. He say, just putting it out there that if and when war comes to West Africa, Ghana won't need to call me out for military duty because I would have already volunteered. The only country in ECOWAS which is worth my blood. So David Hundein is saying that when there is war, I will not even wait for Ghanaians to call me. I will come and join them because they are the only worthy ECOWAS country to fight for, to die for. And this one is from Latif. I say small nyash they shake. Or say somebody says small nyash they shake. Oh. This one is Latif. You now you talk. Nobody has said anything. You now you talk. But yes, small nyash they shake. Oh. We are calling for de-escalation. Okay, no problem. No problem. I don't know what the purpose of this, honestly. I also don't know the purpose of this. Because you and I know. Even the person that issued the statement know this statement is not going anywhere.
And out of what's out in someone Ghana for can. In fact, Ghana for have a point. Now me who me ni ma the crop like Ebase no Okudgeto Ablakwa control side way. I didn't cause them for Ghana. That day internal control. Hey, omuntu kwa no mo kono Ghana ha ye ni weapon bia betumi ni omaku. Last time in video bi on TikTok, China for claim your was a nuclear Eiii. One bomb back up me so muje mutu Ghana ha ye ni na ebe wu. Ye ntra baby njian ho. O man bi ni o man bi kwa ye na hey. Yakwa kochi obi president ah ye na ebe kwa jireze omunja president. Abra ye ken yeso kra ye nheda ndi ye ho sa. Ba well out of war, mami hu adwen cho comment ni mu. We need to go on tin time so. Me di bi ebro. Unsubscribe ya me just subscribe like it. Na che wadwen wo comment ni mu e for mine.